Someone once told me, you don't quit when you're tired, you quit when you're done. I do both, but today we have rain. Rain is coming, and traditionally when I'm on my way back from a delivery, I'll be out in the morning. I usually have 2 deliveries, 2 different stops. I'll pick up lunch, and man, on my way back to the wood yard, the sandman's throwing sand in my eyes, you know, and I get sleepy, I get tired. And when I get back to the wood yard, sometimes I don't feel like doing anything. The point is, I try to do 1 delivery a day this time of the year. When we get into mid-October, into November, December, I'm usually, this truck's out twice, sometimes 3 times. So I'll hustle back, I'll load up my next load, and then I'm off. Well, today I had the 1 delivery, and now I'm getting my truck loaded for tomorrow's delivery. It's the afternoon, the weather has not been cooperating, and I'm dealing with avoiding raindrops. So I came home, and I've been hustling to get this truck loaded, and I'm putting in a nondescript quantity in the truck. I have learned my lesson with you guys. That takes me back to when I was making a half a cord delivery one time. I got 1,000 comments saying that that's not a half a cord, and it was. Okay, so I'm not telling you the quantity that I'm loading right now, but just know that a premier firewood delivery service in my area, his quantities are correct. So that's what I'm putting in this truck right now. And I thought I could just show you how I do my deliveries, or not my deliveries, how I do my loading. I have a high school boy that helps me, but you know, these high school kids are busy, and he's got a busy life too. He's in multiple sports, he's got his homework. We don't sell the bark. So I'm left with loading up the truck. But the bottom line for me is once this truck is loaded for tomorrow, I can cross that off my list. I'll just park it to where the rain won't bother it, and I can get back to production. So my method is, I have these rows made wide enough so that I'm able to get my dump trailer in here. I can stack both sides, but it's also wide enough where I can get my truck in here and load it broadside, because man, when it's broadside, you can get this loaded fast. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I thought I can show you how I get it done, and then I can get on to my other task for the day. One of the things that I had been considering doing, it seems like whenever you have a master plan, you know, it's all great, but then reality hits you in the face and then it doesn't work. I had thought of going forward, you know, I'm just going to say, like, Monday and Wednesday is always production. I will not deliver on those days. I'll deliver on every other day of the week, but it just doesn't work that way, because it rains, and then it snows, and then it ices, and then, you know, the tractor won't start, the machine's broke, and you can't do production. So it just never seems to work that way. I guess this time of year, it's all hands on deck with deliveries anyways. So if I just get my deliveries done, that's good enough for me. At least that means income is being generated. I've been doing this one here a little bit faster than I normally do. I don't like to work fast, but I'm looking at the sky. We have had some weird weather lately. We had a pretty dry summer, but now it's starting to get wet. And man, I cannot have a wet fall the way I do my firewood right now. You know, getting my truck out here into the grass, that will really set me back a lot, because I'll have to go to my little trailer and my four-wheeler and take the wood up to the driveway. This truck is two-wheel drive, and guys, this ground gets real soft, and this truck will sit here until next spring. If it gets stuck, it doesn't take anything for just that one wheel just to start spinning, and man, you're done. So this is how I do it. Now, it is nice when I come back from a delivery, I could either run errands or whatever, and then when school is out, my helper comes over and he does all of this loading for me. I pay him, well, it works for him and it works for me. Like, I would load a half a quart of firewood, or he would load it for me, $10 for a half a quart. And I'm serious. When you're loading broadside, you know, this truck loads up real quick. And then I pay him I give him 20 bucks for a full quart. And he's happy with it, I'm happy with it. It works nice. I had made a commitment that my firewood service is going to be different, and I was just having this discussion with my customer this morning. I had taken him a load. It was hand loaded like this. It looked great, and he had commented about how nice it is, and he knows exactly, you know, the quantity he's getting. He can take his measurement right on the truck. And that's the way I see it too. He said, you know, he's gotten burnt in the past where the guy dumped the wood off, and then the guy left, you know, just dumped it in his driveway. And he said after he got it stacked, it was nowhere close to what he allegedly bought. Other things I look for too, guys, like these smaller pieces, especially when they get in these back rows, you know, this is where you got to worry about this stuff blowing away. And especially with maple, you got to keep the bark down. That is one of my last checklists before I hit the road in the morning with a delivery, is the bark is face down, because when that maple starts drying out, you know, the entire piece of bark will flake off. And then that's blowing down the road behind you. I also had another comment the other day, like this stuff here, you know, it just comes off. I had another comment, it kind of made me laugh. The guy said that, I forget what I was doing, but I was pretty sweaty, my shirt was soaked through, and the guy said, I don't think I ever saw Joe break a sweat before. So I took that as a compliment, because I'm selling firewood, and you know, it's got it can take a toll on your body, and for me, that's not on my list of things to do. I hope to get into this in, you know, for the long run. When I first bought my very first firewood processor, it was exactly that. I was thinking of, you know, I picked up that restaurant. They go through about 30 to 35 cords a year. Can I keep this up physically? And the answer is no. And that's where I started calculating how much for a firewood processor And if it didn't make complete financial sense, what it did was it put me in a position, you know, to keep me in the game longer, and it gave me the ability to expand, you know, where I could pick up some more accounts, and so far it's paid off. I've traded that first processor in for that Japa 365, which then got traded in for the Japa 405, which sits in the backyard. All right, guys, so this is my delivery for tomorrow. I try to avoid taking out a single delivery, unless it's a half cord. I try to avoid half cord deliveries too. I will take out 2 deliveries per load, and that means I make more money. You know, so let's pretend a half a cord, which this is not a half a cord. A half a cord, I can make more money if I sell 2 quarter cords than I can an entire half cord. I can make more money if I deliver a quarter and a sixth than I could delivering, you know, a third of a cord. So that is the method that I do, and that is why I like delivery, because I can schedule and see who's getting what and when do they want it. I can pair up 2 deliveries, and then, you know, they make geographical sense too, so I'm not going all over the country. So it makes sense. I can execute that delivery, and I can maximize my profits by getting, you know, the quantities correct, the species, and the date that it's going out. So that's what we're seeing here today with this delivery, guys. Looks good. So that is what we got. That is what we got going on today, guys, here at the woodyard. I have my delivery ready for tomorrow. I can park the truck and it can sit, and then I can get busy with other tasks. So I hope you like this. Hit that thumbs up button if you have. Also, remember, all roads lead to Ohio, the live stream. It is going to be on October the 7th at 9 a.m. Eastern time. I really hope you guys can be there. It's going to be another celebration like what we had last year. It's the prelude to the Paul Bunyan show here in Ohio. All roads lead to Ohio, 9 a.m. I hope you guys can be there. And now it's raining, guys. It got that dark, and I got my truck moved over here, so I'm ready to go in the morning. Remember, the Paul Bunyan show, I'm going to be there on Saturday at the Japa tent. I think I'll be there from like 11 to 1, right around lunchtime. So if you do have any extra pizzas left over, you know where you can find me. All right, guys. I hope everyone has a great day.